My role in life has changed because of my accident. I have no memory of the accident itself. In fact, I remember nothing from that morning, starting the ride, meeting Kim at the bicycle shop.
I heard the impact. I heard the car hit Jan, and a split second later the car came by me with Jan bouncing off of the hood, riding the hood. When the car finally stopped, Jan rolled off of the hood. I don't know, it was right along here. I remember. During the impact, Jan's shoes, her helmet, her watch, her glasses, everything was strewn all over the roadway. The woman was on the phone when I got to the car, and it was not with 911. I turned to call 911. When I turned back, the woman had gotten back in her car and had driven over Jan.
I was sitting at my desk in front of the computer. The phone rang. It was my cell phone. David, it's Kim. Jan's been hit by a car and it's bad. When I got to the scene, there were a lot of people there. There was a police officer in the middle of the road. Well, I immediately pulled off the road, and he immediately said, keep on going. They've already taken her in the ambulance, and they're at West Point Hospital. She was still in the ambulance with the paramedics and the nurses. There was a helicopter on the pad, and it was rotoring. I do remember asking the paramedics and the nurses if her pupils were reactive, and they did say they were. I just said, just get her as quickly as possible to Tupelo.
I was lying there, paralyzed in a coma on a ventilator. Physically, I went through it, but I wasn't aware. I didn't feel any pain. I didn't know anything. Couldn't be afraid for anything.
The most grueling part of this was seeing my little wife laying in the hospital on that ventilator, swollen up beyond imagination, not knowing if she was going to live, and if she did live, not knowing if she was going to be neurologically intact and be able to ever talk to me again. I kept wishing for her to open her eyes, look at me, and recognize me. And I wanted that for weeks. And then one day, a nurse brought a small cup with medication in it. Jan took that cup out of the nurse's hand and took it by mouth. Then she reached over and got a cup of water off the tray sitting by her and sipped. The nurse and I both looked at her and did a little dance because we knew that she was starting to change. And at that point, she started being able to interact with me. What is my name, baby?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Who am I?
Okay. My first memory of the accident was when I woke up at the Shepherd Center. I was probably about 2 or 3 weeks into being in the Shepherd Center that I have any memory at all.
Okay, I'm gonna put these right here and go get something to drink.
Oh.
I'll be right back. Yeah, you're sitting up really well. Your back doesn't seem to be bothering you much at all.
I knew it had had a profound effect on David when I was awake and alert enough to read the Facebook posts, blogs, and the comments. I began to read those from the very beginning, and I was overcome with grief for what he had gone through. And that was hard. I cried a lot.
I'll be back and check on you in a little bit.
Okay. Don't let me miss any of the football game.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My husband's life has been turned upside down because of this. He's either working all the time or he is with me.
Fear of her being hit again, I mean, it brought the reality of what we're doing out there and how exposed we are. I think that by default I've become an activist, And I am involved in trying to get the legislation changed so that people will be protected, because cockpits of cars are way too busy nowadays. Cell phones are probably the worst, and texting is clearly a horrible thing to be doing. You've made a choice to pick up that cell phone and talk while you're driving that 2-ton bullet.
So, you went to the shop and our vitamins.
Cell phone use in a car should be completely outlawed. You're gonna kill people or you're gonna kill yourself. People need to be aware of the bicyclists and runners and walkers that are out there. There are people either trying to be healthy or they have no other means of transportation, and they are extremely vulnerable. You hit one of them, most likely they're not going to survive. Jan was one of the lucky ones.